guys, in today's video I am going to be testing out and reviewing some products that I got off of ShopMissA. Every product that I'm going to be testing out and reviewing for you guys cost me I was going to do this, but that's two. It cost me $1 for each product that I'm reviewing. Not everything on my face is part of the review, but there's going to be 6 products in this whole look that are part of the review. So let's go ahead and get into this video. Alright you guys, so here I am. My face, my lips are moisturized and ready to go. Of course, the first thing that I'm going to try out is this primer. This is the AOA Studio from ShopMissA. This is the Wonder Skin Poreless Primer. It does say to apply it to a clean, moisturized face, so that is what I did. This has more of like a wet consistency, but when it dries down it does feel a little bit tacky. So I guess that's a good thing that it feels tacky. Honestly, it doesn't feel like it doesn't look like it really filled in my pores at all. But I guess the fact that it's tacky is going to help everything stick, so I guess that's okay. The next product that I am using, I use this all the time. This is not a first impression whatever. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte in the shade 102. So I'm just going to dot that onto my face. But the next product that I am testing out is from Miss A. This is the AOA Studio Wonder Blender. I got the black one, and it says it's a high def latex free sponge. But if you look at the shape of it, I love the shape. I didn't even realize that it was this shape until I purchased it, but it's shaped like my, what is it, Real Techniques sponge, which I really like. And the texture so far feels really good. I'm actually going to apply more foundation. I'm just going to go all out with it to see how well this sponge actually works. So now we're going to blend. It actually looks like it's doing a really decent job. And if you did not watch my last video, my Miss A haul, everything that I got from Miss A that I'm going to be testing out today, I bought for $1. So this sponge was $1. The primer was $1. And I will just continue to let you guys know what was $1 when I'm testing it out. But I really do like this sponge. It's really like soft and squishy. The fact that it's black, it's gonna get dirty quickly, but it seems to have blended out everything really well. And here's my Real Technique sponge that I use on the daily compared to the AOA one. This one's a little bit thicker. It's hard to see because it's black, but this one's more bouncy. It's probably because I've got a lot more use out of it. So I'm getting my powder ready to set my concealer that I'm about to apply. This is the Airspun Loose Powder, translucent. And like I said, I'm just getting that ready. So next I'm going to be trying out this concealer. This is again the AOA Studio from Miss A. Got this for $1. This is me testing it out. And this is the shade 2308 Porcelain. Now if you look at it, it looks pretty light, but we're going to try to make this work. It's really light and brightening, I guess you could say. I'm going to do those little like chicken feet under the eyes. This does feel a little bit thick, so we'll see how that works. So I'm going to use my sponge again, my AOA Studio sponge. This concealer seems a little bit difficult to blend. I mean, not difficult, but it takes a few taps to get there because it is a thicker formula. But the coverage does look pretty good, honestly. Yeah, that coverage actually looks good, especially for being $1 concealer. I feel like I'm beating up my face because this concealer just, it's a little bit more difficult to blend. So I'm going to go ahead and set this eye really quickly before it starts to crease. So there's that. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, obviously. Alright, so I've got the powder setting on my face just to kind of bake it a little bit. And for today, I'm going to go in with my Lorac Pro palette. Lately, I haven't really been using primer on my eyes. I've just been using the concealers. Whatever concealer it is that I'm using that day is what I use for my primer, and it's actually been working pretty well for me. So I just quickly did a little bit of eyeshadow to get the brow area set and ready. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows. I'm actually running out of my Anastasia dip brow, so I'm not going to be using that today. I'm going to use my Makeup Forever Aqua Brow in the shade 25. And I'm just going to apply that to the back of my hand and go at it. I'm going to go ahead and speed through this because I don't want this video to get too boring. Okay, so now obviously my brows are filled in. I'm going to dust this powder off my face and we'll see how the concealer looks underneath. I look like a ghost. Creepy ghost with eyebrows. The concealer actually does not look bad. There's a couple of areas around my nose that look a little bit thick and cakey, but just slightly. So I'm just going to let that slide, being that it's a $1 concealer. I can't expect too much out of it, but I think it actually looks pretty good for being what it is. I don't know if you guys actually care to see me do my eye makeup look, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. Again, I'm using my Lorac my Lorac Pro palette. I'm going to go in with a blending brush and this shade Mauve. Just throw that into my crease. Every look that I've been doing lately is really quick and easy, so if you guys just want to tag along and watch this for a minute, I'm actually going to go ahead and zoom in. So yeah, I'm taking this, oh, what is that on my lip? I'm taking this mauve shade and I'm just going in my crease with it. And again, like I said, every look that I do lately is just quick and easy, so if you guys want to follow along, it should not be very difficult to do. You can get sloppy with this. My lighting is really bad, like my light is literally broken, so I'm sorry that it keeps cutting in and out. But after we have the mauve applied, I'm actually going to drag some down here as well, just a little bit, connect it with the top. Then I'm going to go in with one of these double-ended brushes from Urban Decay that comes with their palettes. I'm going to take this taupe shade and blend it just slightly below the mauve. I'm going to clean up the lid, so don't freak out. I know that it's messy, but that is what makes it so easy. Alright, so once we have that, I'm going to take the thinner side of the brush and go in with this dark brown, which is called Espresso. And I'm just going to throw a little line right in the crease, about halfway. Then I'm going to go back with my fluffy end of the brush and that taupe shade again, and just do little circular motions to blend it. I'm going to go back in with my original brush that I used and that mauve shade again and just go over top of everything to further blend. And then I'm going to go in with my concealer, the one that I'm reviewing, the AOA Studio. I'm going to put some on the back of my hand. Then I'm going to go in with a concealer brush, if I could find it. I'm going to go in with the concealer brush and I'm just going to carve out my lid with that concealer. This is actually perfect for this. It looks like it covers really well. It's nice and thick so it doesn't get too streaky. If all else fails, this is perfect for cutting your crease out, so that's awesome. Okay, so once I have that done, I'm going to go in with a flat brush and I'm going to actually apply the shade Nude. It's like a slightly shimmery shade. I'm just going to pack it on that concealer. So now I'm actually going to go in with a glitter liner. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. So these are the 3 glitter liners that I have from ShopMissA. I'm going to be obviously doing a little review on these as well. I don't really know which one I want to use. I think I'm going to go in with the gold one today. Glitter liners take a while to dry, so I'm probably going to be looking down a lot after this until my eyelids dry. But I'm going to apply this to the entire area on my lid. And while I do that, I'm going to go ahead and contour, so excuse me for not looking at the camera for a few minutes. Okay, so my eyes are dry enough for me to apply my eyeliner. I'm going to use my e.l.f. liquid liner. This is like $2. This is not part of the review, but I'm just gonna use it because this is my daily eyeliner. Alright, so my eyeliner's applied. It is a little bit uneven, so I'm going to go back in with that concealer. It actually dried really quickly, so I'm going to have to apply more to my hand. But I'm going to take that concealer and kind of clean up my eyeliner. The glitter is still a little bit wet, but it's not wet enough to the point where I can't open my eyes. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do my mascara now. I did not get a mascara from Miss A, so I'm just going to use my L'Oreal Lash Paradise. This is my current favorite. Okay, so now we're going to go on to another Miss A product that I'm going to be trying out. This is the AOA Studio Wonder Baked Highlighter in the shade 2151 Cupcake, and it looks like this. I'm going to take Cupcake on this brush here and just apply it to my cheekbones, my nose, and my Cupid's bow. You can definitely see it in person. It's not like blinding. You can definitely see it on my nose though, for sure. But it's a nice kind of a subtle highlight. And this was $1. Each one of these was $1, so it's actually a really good price. It picks up a lot better in the light. It's not picking up too well on camera though. Now I'm going to move on to lips. I'm going to use my NYX lip liner to outline. And then I'm going to test out another product. I accidentally just went crazy on the overline of my lips. And honestly, it was a total accident. But anyway, I have these two liquid lipsticks that I got from Miss A. I'm going to go with this one today because I feel like it just matches my eye look better. This was in the shade 2017 Tease. And this one here is in 2006 Faded. Going in with Tease. So again, I know I went a little bit overboard on the overlining of my lips. Complete accident, but let's just ignore that and look at the color. I love the color. It was really smooth to put on. I did have this on earlier and I was layering it and layering it and layering it. And it just got really chunky, really cakey. It started to turn gray. This is not a product that you want to layer and layer on top of itself over and over again because it will get pretty gross. But I think just having one layer of it is totally fine. I think it looks good. It feels good. It's not sticky or anything. It's just a decent $1 liquid lipstick. So now we're going to go ahead and look at everything else. Do a quick little overview for you guys. This primer. I think that the primer worked, but it didn't do what it was meant to do, was be a poreless primer. I really don't think it filled in my pores very much at all, but it did give me a tacky finish to my skin, which I think helped everything stick on a little bit better. I also tried out this Wonder Blender sponge. I like this a lot. It's black, so it's gonna get messy, but I love the shape. You can cover a lot of area with one end, or you can get into the little corners with the other. I just like the feel. I like that it's blended everything out really nicely. I don't have any like creases or anything because of the sponge. Then we tried out this concealer, the Wonder Cover HD Concealer in the shade Porcelain. It looked really scary light in the tube, but once you have it on your face and you bronze up and everything, I think it actually did a really good job. It covered really well. The only thing that I didn't like about it is it does look a lot, it looks dry and cakey. So I think from far away you're good, like it looks flawless from far away, but up close you can see these like dry, cakey, patchy areas. I don't even know if you can see it on camera, but they're definitely there. I just have this like weird like dark spots right here where my dark circles were. I don't know, it's weird, but for $1 concealer, I think that this is really good. It's not perfect, but for being $1, it's good. So then we tried out the gold glitter. I think the gold glitter is actually pretty decent. I didn't put tons of it on, so it's not like blinding glittery, but I think that it does look good. I'm happy with the way that it turned out. I think that the color is good. The way that it stuck on, it didn't like cause giant creases. I mean, there's 2 slight creases, but that's because I kept like opening up my eyes to see if my camera was still on. Then we tried out these highlighters. They are not blinding, but if you would like a subtle highlight, these are pretty decent, especially for being $1. I mean, you can see the highlight on my nose. It looks pretty good. If you like a subtle, kind of a natural glow, I think these are really nice. They're not blinding, like I said, but for $1, they're good. And then moving on to the lipstick. The liquid lipstick is not perfect. It doesn't feel drying. It doesn't feel sticky, but the color just kind of gets weird if you layer it. I don't know. I like it, but not for a long time wear. Maybe for like a couple pictures or 2, maybe for a video, but I wouldn't wear this out all day. Alrighty, you guys, so that is it for my testing and reviewing these Miss A products that I got. And here's how everything looks from far away. The concealer, the lipstick, the glitter liner, the highlight, all that. This is how it looks from far away. I actually think from far away it looks pretty decent. I'm not upset with everything or anything. I'm not upset with anything. The fact that everything costs $1 and it still works pretty well is good in my book. So thank you guys again so much for checking out this video. I hope that you found it helpful. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and hit that bell icon and turn on my notifications if you would like to be notified every time I upload a new video. So with all that being said, thank you again, and I will be seeing you guys in my next video very soon. Bye guys.